Hey everybody, Boone Wyatt with the 323 Concept Furniture Restoration here. Today we're on week 3 of not having our Mac repaired yet, so we don't have any edited videos going out, so I'm doing these impromptu videos on just things I can find around the shop that are easy to do without editing and so forth. So today we're looking at a gliding mechanism, just glides back and forth, and basically a lot of the mechanisms I personally come across at some of the bigger furniture retailers like Ashley or IKEA, or, well, not so much IKEA, but Ashley and Rooms to Go. They're this similar style, so I thought it might be helpful to show you how to not just take out a mechanism from the recliner itself, but once you get it out, how do you disassemble it? And it's actually probably a lot simpler than you would imagine, and sort of helps us to understand, how they operate and problems that you might see if you encounter one. So without further ado, we're going to just jump right into disassembling this. And as far as tools, what you're going to need for this project, it's really, really simple. If you have a ratchet, I'll just show you, these are pretty much all you're going to need. This one particularly is a 7/16 inch socket bit. Now you can do it manually with your regular ratchet. An extension always comes in handy on these projects, just in case you can't reach it straight up like this. Sometimes they can be in really tight places, so the extension will come in handy. What I really like to do, since we do so many of these, I like to make the process a little more expedient, so I will get a little attachment bit, and I'll put this in the description where you can find these. But this is just a socket bit adapter that attaches to my impact driver, and your socket bit just attaches right on there, and then you can use your drill. And like I said, I may need the extension bit still, but it still works the same. Put your socket on your extender, and then the extender goes on your drill. So without further ado, let me show you real quick. Basically all it is, you've got your scissor springs. You got scissor springs on the left and right hand side of your recliner, and then from there there's really 5 different attachments that are holding the scissor springs together. You've got these bars, these circular tubes going from side to side, and there's 4 of those, and then you've got your square drive tube right in the middle, and that's really what makes your recliner work. Whenever you push down on a lever activator, it's usually plugged into the left or the right. So for instance, your clip goes in right here, and this is your lever activator right here on the side. And when you pull your handle, it's pushing this activator down onto your scissor spring to open it. So if we just do this, sorry about that, accidentally kicked my camera. If you push on that real carefully, it'll spring forward, just like that. And you can just push it back in. But if this is ever broken, or if your lever activator is ever broken and you need to open it, just very carefully try to control the footrest by holding it, and then you can just push down on that piece, and that's going to open your mechanism there. But to disassemble it, really there's 2 bolts on each tube and on each side, except for the square tube. It's got 1 bolt on there. So really it's just as easy as taking those bolts out, there's 1. That one. Sometimes you only have to replace one of these parts, so if you're able to source these parts individually, it comes in handy knowing how to get it apart instead of having to replace your whole mechanism. But I mean, if you pay for a whole mechanism and you want to replace it, you're probably better off doing so. A full replacement only takes about 20-30 minutes, maybe 45 if it's your first time and you're not used to it. But once you get those 4 tubes out, all that leaves you is the square drive tube, right? And it's got 1 bolt on each side, and those come out very easily. And last little bolt right there. And once we slide this out of the way, that should keep it. In most cases, that's all there's going to be. Since this is a glider, you got to disassemble your glider too. But if you don't have a glider, that would probably be all that you would need to disassemble, and it should just come right apart after that. There we go. Alright, so here's that square drive tube I was talking about. Real easy, just square. And if this ever breaks on your recliner, you can really just go to the hardware store and find a compatible square tube that size. A lot of the times they sell it to this exact size. You can drill some holes right in the middle of it and replace it yourself. You know, get a hacksaw and cut through there. But other than that, the brackets, these are what the circular tubes look like. They're just got flat ends on 2 of them. And then on the other 2, it had the 90-degree bracket where it attaches. So if y'all got any questions, just let us know. I know it's a real simple video, real quick, to the point. If y'all have any questions about it though, let us know, and we can maybe do future videos on any other questions you've got. But comment below if you do think of anything. And as always, we really appreciate it if y'all can subscribe to the page, share it, hit that like button, and hit the notification bell so you receive future updates on future videos. And we'd love to see y'all in the future videos. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time.